So I was out in France and I played youth football, like Jamie said, for Lons, and I was still playing for England, like younger age groups. So everything was fine, everything's good. Flying, got into the first team at Lons, fantastic. Come over to Bristol City, had a good first 6 months with Bristol City, and then got told, listen, you need to go out on loan. So was it what I wanted and what I pictured in my head? No, it wasn't. But I thought, right, this is a challenge, I'll go up. So I went up to Bury, I played League One football. But I went from being a centre-back to playing right wing-back. And I was playing every week, starting, doing okay. We were in a relegation battle, so the football wasn't pretty. And you can imagine being right wing-back, as a lot of you would know. I was just watching the ball go like that all the time. So I wasn't necessarily enjoying my football, but like Jamie said there, you end up being upset about your performance at the weekend and going into the Monday feeling even worse. And I got into such a cycle where at the end of that season I turned to my mum and to my agent. I said, I either need to talk to someone or I'm not interested in playing football anymore, especially if it's like that. So I got introduced to Jamie after that season, and since then worked on a lot of things, definitely in my mind. So that's on and off the pitch. So that's how I prepare, that's how I think before, that's how I think during a game as well. The amount of times where a ball go out of play and you've got 10 seconds to yourself. Before, I wouldn't think that's important. But now, obviously with different tools and different things that Jamie will give you to work on, you start thinking of the little details that change so much stuff towards your game. So I ended up going to Bury. I lost my England spot. I watched that team go on and win the World Cup. So
how did so important here, because we're going to talk about this in a second. If you were brutally honest, because this is how we talk. If you were brutally honest right now, how did you feel when you lost your England spot? You didn't go, because that was probably the week that. In fact, you had a choice of you could have gone, but as reserve. Yeah. So just say how you felt.
Yeah. So as you can imagine, I felt absolutely terrible. So I felt bad in the first place because I knew I wasn't playing well. Now I felt bad because I lost my England spot, and to a certain degree I felt embarrassed, and there was lots of negative feelings that I had then. But I think at that time specifically, I turned, like Jamie said, I turned to Jamie when stuff started to go bad. But if I had turned to Jamie maybe a year before or 2 years before, that might have happened and my reaction would have been a bit different. Because after that, it still took me another 6 months to a year to actually flip it around. And I kept going into training thinking, right, I don't want to be here, that's not the point. It's horrible to say, and it's horrible to actually look at yourself in the mirror and say, well, I've not done enough today. The amount of times in training where I'd just go there because I had to go, instead of going there saying to myself, right, I'm going to be the best player today in training, or I'm going to be the best player at the weekend.